Hey, welcome. We just saw The Witch Hunter. Not The Witch Hunter.
The Last Witch
Hunter. Why'd they have to add that in? That's so
just break
stupid.
it down.
Hey, welcome to the segment. We just saw The Last Witch Hunter. And this is Kevan Hewitt. I'm Mick Rubicava. Kevan's a real-life actor and a movie director, and I have a background in journalism. We're going to break down this movie. This is our spoiler-free review. And so if you haven't seen the movie, you're safe here, and then we're going to do a spoiler review next. So, Kevan, what's your first thoughts?
Well, I'm looking forward to the spoiler one, let me tell you. Okay, so looking at the film, it started off really, really well. I was really enjoying it. About the first 15 minutes or so really had me hooked. And at that point I was thinking, they're going to make 2 or 3 of these. And as the movie went on, it kind of lost its way a little bit. I think they tried to rush things through, and I'm not giving away the spoilers at the moment. So for me, I enjoyed the movie, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. I think the direction, and you have to blame the director because ultimately it's his baby. I just felt it was rushed. You know, they were trying to compress first 15 minutes, half an hour. It felt really good pace, and then it lost it, and it kind of like compressed it all in, and they didn't build enough characters for me.
Yeah, when I, like the first second, when I went out of the movie, somebody asked me, what'd you think? And I said, well, it was definitely a movie. It was a real-life movie.
Right.
But other than that, it wasn't much to remember. I agree with you, too. For me, it was about the first 30 minutes or 45 minutes because the way that the movie was set up, I thought, they were slow-playing things almost, and that they were going to keep going to these different things and hit on them more later, which they didn't.
I know.
So by like the second half of the movie, you're like, oh, they are not going to hit on these other things. They're not going to explore what they should be exploring. And this isn't really a spoiler to say. No. The guy is 800 years old, and the movie does not exploit that whatsoever.
Right.
It doesn't, in terms of, it starts at its beginning, and it goes to present day. But there's nothing in between. And that is just a total waste of that concept.
Well, I think you've got comparables. You think of Lords of the Rings, you think of, Viking shows that have been around, where you have that period and you feel, what was the one with Colin McLeod in?
The Highlander.
Highlander. Great show, and kind of built the relationships and things over the 800 years. The problem with this film is that it had a nice pace, and then suddenly it went on steroids. It went too fast. I didn't say I didn't enjoy it. So for me,
it was almost like a full. The pace kind of fooled you because really, when you look at it, it really didn't have a pace because you were thinking that you were going to learn more about the character. So you're like, this is a nice pace, but when you realize that's all they gave you.
Right.
And also, too, in the movie trailer, they're going to trick a lot of people into seeing this movie because the movie trailer was 90% of that old-timey footage.
Well, exactly, that's what I was...
10% of the modern footage, when in reality, the movie's the opposite.
And that's what threw me, because that's what I was hoping for. And I thought, casting-wise, because let's talk about that, Elijah Wood is all right, Michael Caine, usual nice job,
He definitely is... He played Alfred. He played Michael Caine. He did exactly what he does.
He did it at a nice pace. I thought Rose Leslie, I thought she's an outstanding actress. And I'm not going to do this for the spoilers, but the problem with Vin Diesel, and it was awkward.
There was no chemistry whatsoever, and it suffered from what some movies suffer from, where it's, here's your lead actress and here's your lead actor, and they're in love. And they might as well have just had somebody come out, say, now they're in love. Because there was no reason for them to be in love.
No.
Didn't make any sense, and they were totally mismatched, too, in, reality. Like, you wouldn't even see those two people being in love under...
Well, he's a big guy.
Yeah.
He's a big, tough guy, and he's not really an emotional style of actor. Had they done it back in 800 years prior,
Mm-hmm.
when he had all the facial hair, they could have really exploited him as a more emotional character then.
He was almost unrecognizable. I was
And I
like,
enjoyed
is that Vin Diesel? Like in the very beginning.
Yeah, and I
Like,
enjoyed
is
that.
him?
I thought it was awesome, and
Yeah.
I was into it. I thought, this is
And for some reason, when he was wearing all that stuff, his eyes really pop. He seemed to be more connectable as a person.
right.
In modern day, he was regular Vin Diesel, and it's just like, there's Mr. Action, dude.
It was like you remember the film 13th Warrior?
I remember that being a film, but I don't think I ever saw it.
I think, and this is me personally, I absolutely loved the heck out of that movie. I thought it was brilliant.
Was that the one with Keanu Reeves?
No.
Or-
No, we'll go through in a minute who was in it. But the reality is it was almost like felt like it was going that way.
Mm-hmm.
And then suddenly 13th Warrior would go all the way through and finish it beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
This lost its way. It really did. I was kind of disappointed with the movie, quite frankly. I mean, I'm going to still score it at about halfway. 5 out of 10 from me, because it could have been 3-4 movie deal. I think they lost it.
I'm going to go with a C, but a C minus, and I'm going to give it the extra negative because they obviously lied on the movie trailer, and that was obviously on purpose. The person, I don't know how that works. Maybe you have more insight into it, but you have the movie made, and then what do? Do you hire a company to make the trailer, or does another director make the trailer from the movie, or is it different every time?
No, I'm not sure. Different
Okay.
houses, different ways, but
Yeah, but it's obvious that the person that made the trailer said, we want to get more people to see this movie, and we're just going to edit it to make it look better. But they're tricking people, and it's a C minus. Because it's something that you might want to watch if you're homesick from work or from school. But I don't think it's anything you want to go pay a lot of money to see.
well, and to your point, I would definitely watch it again, because it was well worth watching in that respect. I mean, it's not go out and pay $12 to watch it, $10, whatever it is. Netflix, Redbox, if it's on HBO and you have that, fantastic. But really, I wouldn't have gone out and spent the money. And I thought it was going to be so good, and potentially it was. And I think that's probably the biggest burner for me, is that I think they let it go. It's almost like they're the greatest horse, and then they let it run away.
Why have a guy? And this isn't really spoilers, because it's just, I think we're giving a warning. Why have a guy be immortal if you're just going to show him 800 years ago and now? Why not have it be like a reincarnation story or something, instead? Or, it's like, why, like the concept was almost like just for the movie trailer. Like, let's add in some Lord of the Rings looking stuff to get people to go see this, when really it's just Mr. Invincible guy fighting scary women.
Yeah, scary. Well, I think at that point I'm ready to go to the spoilers.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, so go ahead and click the link below to go see the spoiler version. If you want to go see the movie first and then come back, type in Blue Number Media, and you'll be able to watch that when you get done watching the movie. And subscribe to Blue Number Media here on YouTube, bluenumbermedia.com. And if you want to see, too, we talked to some first fans who saw the movie, got their opinions, and that's in the previous upload to this one. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the spoiler review.